Happy Tuesday, Trigger and Tuesday. I'm going to call this Trigger Plus Tools Tuesday. And on Tuesdays for the show, what I'd like to do for you is identify a certain trigger and give you a tool that could be helpful in using it in the pressure-free method. So hi, I'm Elle Ingalls, creator of the pressure-free method, the on-the-go stress management method. It is the fastest, most effective way to gain, how should I put it? To gain control over, although I don't really like to use those words, over stress, anger, anxiety, overwhelm, depression, all of the chronic and mental illness that's going on today, all of the behaviors that cause you to mess up. So if you haven't done anything with me before, please take a look at elleingles.com. Or reach out to me in a private message right here so you can learn more. Today, the trigger that I've identified happened when we were on a little mini vacation over the weekend in Miami. We rented a car and it had signals that we didn't have in our cars. So the signal that really got me was that there were these little lights on either side, and of the car, inside the car. So if you were drifting over a lane, there was a little sound that the car made, like a sound, and this little light flashed. So I'm pretty environmentally sensitive. Does anybody else feel that way? Like, I'm very sensitive to sounds, smells, to flashing lights. Like, I had to ask my husband to turn his phone when I was driving because I don't like to see lights inside the car. There's already enough lights everywhere. So I'm kind of sensitive to all of that. So this little flashing light, Pete noticed it first, my husband, and he's like, what is that? What is that? And then, of course, it wasn't going on when I looked. And then the car, we're going over to pass and kind of sliding over a little, and there it came again, and then this bzz sound. These kinds of sounds and lights, flashing warning lights, like your tire light in your car, any sorts of buzzers or alarms on your phone, even words can be triggering. Things like you go to make a payment and it says card declined, or you go to make a payment out of your checking account, or something says insufficient funds. These words, failed to, sometimes you'll see failed to whatever, failed to execute or failed to. When you see the word failed to or card declined, these negative words, they can definitely trigger you because you're thinking, I have plenty of money in there. What's the problem? You're caught off guard. It's unexpected because especially if you put your thing in the ATM machine, you're expecting to get money at that time. So be on the lookout for any of these words, these flashing, sometimes even flash with some sort of symbol, any sort of thing that really, messages coming in here. I'm on my phone this morning. Any sort of, there's one, like the message flashed as I'm trying to do this. Interruptions. So that's the trigger that I want you to be on the alert for this week. Just kind of notice, oh yeah, when this light comes on in my car, or you haven't buckled your seatbelt yet. In my car, when you go reverse, it goes beep, beep, beep. It drives me crazy. Actually, I can probably turn it off. I should turn it off because it does kind of drive me crazy to hear all the bells and whistles going off when I'm just trying to drive down the street. So yeah, be on the alert for those. And I'm going to give you a couple tools. Driving, I always go straight to relax my abs because my abs will tighten. Oh, here's another sign that you can notice. The trigger is that if you're driving, did your hands tighten on the steering wheel? When you're at the ATM and you put your card, it says card declined, did your shoulders go up? Like, where did you feel the tension? Did your face immediately get tight? Where did you feel the tension? You might notice the tension first and then be able to identify the trigger. Does that make sense? So maybe you'll notice that first and then you can identify what the trigger is. So relax the abs is the first tool I usually go to with one of these. I also smile because my face gets tight. So if your shoulders get tight, the tool to use in this 10-second interval is to go wide. Go wide so you don't tighten up here, get that heart pounding. So go wide. So those are, smile for the face if your face gets tight. Go wide if it's your shoulders that get tight. And relax your abs if it's your belly that goes tight. For some reason, when I'm driving, my belly definitely gets tight and my hands on the steering wheel. So you can also relax your hands. Notice where your tension is. That can be a great way for you to instantly relax all of that. Since we have a few more minutes here, I want to share one more idea for you. I'm going to go deeper on it, I think, but I've got time here. So words, when I said like failure, insufficient funds, what was that other one? Oh, card declined. You know, these negative words that pop up in our life, especially around money. Notice also when you say yourself, I have to. So I have to go to work. I used to say so many times that I have to go teach violin. That was like an extra thing in my day. And I'd say I have to. You'll hear coaches say, okay, turn that around to I get to. Because you actually get to do this thing. You're alive, you're working, you're earning money if it's your job. Like you get to do this. There's so many people in the world that would just really love to have as much as we have and to be able to have a job. So what do you get to do? But there's two ways you can take this even deeper. One of my friends, my dear friend Leila Veronica, she said, yeah, how about saying I choose to? Because when you choose to do something, your whole energy is different. So I'm going to take the violin lesson. Okay, I have to teach today goes to I get to teach today goes to I choose to teach today. What kind of energy are you bringing then when you say that? And then there's a fourth one that another friend of mine shared, and that's I'm blessed to. You've been given these gifts and talents that allow you to do something, even if it's just cleaning the bathroom, right? So we go from I get to I have to I get to, I choose to, I'm blessed to. And as I was thinking about this morning, this Sunday, I am launching the first pressure-free certification program where I'm going to teach you the method, help you master the method, and then have you learn how to teach others, like right away be able to teach others the pressure-free method, because I need ambassadors. I need people all over the globe to be teaching this method to get to the kind of world I want to live in, and I want my children and grandchildren to live in, which is a pressure-free world with far less stress, anxiety, depression, far less arguing with each other, far less abuse toward each other, far less attacking just because someone has a different opinion than you do. That's a pressure-free world when we can get rid of a lot of that. And it's totally possible. So I'm so blessed that I have so many cool people coming into this program, but I still have 2 spots open. So if you know of 2 people that are in the helping fields, psychiatrists, psychologists, therapists, physicians, teachers, educators are very stressed right now. And for an educator to come into this certification program and learn this method, it could totally transform them and all the students they teach, not to mention the teachers that they work with and the people they come in contact with, their families. So if you know of people in those fields, in HR fields, first responders, that's a really good one too, first responders. Someone from any kind of corporate situation that is a leader or helper, if they can learn this and then bring it back to their team, true transformation can take place, because people are super stressed these days and we need to help them get out of it. We need to stop all this unnecessary suffering. So I see some friends have come on here. Thank you so much for being here. If you're watching the replay, I'm so grateful that you've taken a moment to learn a little bit about pressure free, and just private message me. Let's get talking. If you serve a group of any kind, let's get talking so that we can really share this out into the world and help others. Have a great pressure-free day.